beginning here, I'm just going to talk a little bit about a couple of things I got going on here because I need to leave a little bit of time for people to get on live. And I know that most people are consuming this, watching it later on YouTube or Instagram or some other social media channel. So this is for you while we wait for those live people to get on. Okay, so I've got some really good, exciting news. One of the things that's changing here is my quit smoking videos have been very successful. I've gotten tons and tons of feedback from people about how it's actually helped them quit smoking, that they didn't have to do my program or they didn't have to do another format. And you also know that in these videos, I don't really talk a lot about my program. I'm going to say a little bit today just because I get so many questions when I don't say anything. Okay, but that's not really what these videos are about. They're really about helping you quit smoking and trying to give you as much practical advice as I can. So today's subject is, what does it cost to quit smoking? Okay, so we're going to go through that in details to help you understand so that you can make an informed decision. Okay, and not all methods for quitting smoking are for everyone. So it's not like whichever one is cheapest is the method for you. What works is the method for you. Okay, so a couple of things just before we launch into to the topic. One of the new exciting things that's going on here, because we have had so much success with these videos, and we've got such good positive feedback, and I love hearing from you. I quit smoking 3 months ago watching your videos. It was so amazing. Thank you so much. Keep sending me that feedback. I love it because that's frankly why I do it. I already have a successful practice of helping people quit smoking. So I'm just trying to reach a broader audience to really help people kick the habit for good, for life. Okay. So a couple of other exciting things. So we're redoing the studio here because I use a whiteboard. Because what I really am doing here is I'm trying to explain the science behind it, and what's really happening when we're smoking. Why are we addicted? Why do we have a habit? Okay, so I'm trying to get into the details and get really practical and drill right down to some really practical advice. So I often use, as you know, if you watch my videos, this whiteboard right here, a handheld one. Okay, I pick it up, I write on it, but there's some issues because because you people tell me there's issues. I love it. One is you get this reflection look, right? Because I need to have good light so that you can see me. Okay, but so I get reflection off of it. Okay, that's an issue. Some people I complain that I write too small and I write too messy. Okay, I do write too small and I do write too messy. Okay, but so in the new studio, the one that we're actually building it right behind this black screen behind me, is going to have a built-in whiteboard, full size, so that I can literally turn around and get really practical and give you some really good practical advice and tips. Okay, so the other thing the last thing you need to know before I just jump into the topic, as people are sort of hopping on here, okay, and thank you for hopping on live and watching my video, is over the last 4 to 6 months, we have gotten so many emails and direct messages, and thank you so much, not only about those of you that have managed to quit smoking watching, but we've gotten so many topics that you guys want me to cover. Okay, so we're now up to over 100 different topics, and we're going to cut the videos down because I usually, as you know, I talk a lot, to sort of the 5 to 10 minute range in shorter snippets and keep them really practical and keep them coming at a more frequent basis, because people are always, when are you going to do the next video? When are you going to do the next video? Can you talk about this subject? Okay, so we're really going to amp up our game here and try and help as many people as we can and give as much practical advice as we can. Okay, so let's hop right into the topic. How much does it actually cost to quit smoking? Okay, so we're going to get right into the actual detail. We've done the math. Okay, the math is not hard to find. It's like most things, it's all out there on the internet. Okay, so we're going to go through the actual math so that we can understand and have an appreciation for the actual real costs that it costs us to quit smoking. Okay, so the first thing you need to understand when understanding what does it cost to actually quit smoking, okay, the first thing you need to understand is that it's not the price of buying the box that the gum comes in. It's not the price of the model, okay? So, for example, with Nicoderm, okay, there's like a step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, okay? That's not how you evaluate the price. That is the price of the steps. But if you're doing that for the price and you don't quit smoking, that ain't the price of quit smoking. So how we do the actual price of quitting smoking is we compare it to placebo. Because if you watch my previous videos in science, everything compares to placebo. Placebo is 13%. That means under any of these models, until 13, they have a 13% success rate. It's no different than me giving you a sugar pill and selling you a dream. Okay? So when we get above 13%, now we know the actual cost to quitting, that we can compare one model to another. Okay? So that's really what we're looking for. When do 13% of people actually have success with quitting smoking? Meaning they've quit smoking for 6 months or longer. Okay? That's considered success. Okay, so let's go through these, okay, one at a time. We're going to start with the one that most people know about, which is we call it NRT, nicotine replacement therapy, the gum, the patch, okay? So now, in this particular example, we have to understand, we basically break it down by what does it cost for a 1 month supply, okay? So for a 1 month supply of the gum, for example, is $300. For the patch, it's $400, okay? Now, some of you may say, well, I paid $260 or I paid whatever. Yeah, you probably did, because they actually charge different amounts depending upon what country you're in, or if you're in the United States or in Canada, what state or province you live in. They don't have universal pricing, okay? So what I'm using here are the U.S. national average, okay? So that's what it costs for a month supply, okay? Cognitive behavioral therapy, okay, which is just, we call it CBT, okay? Basically counseling, okay? So if you went to a counselor, because some counselors do a counseling to help you quit smoking, okay? So they charge on average $120 a session, okay? So you might go every week. So a month's supply would be $600. Don't worry about it, because we're gonna actually end up factoring this by placebo, how much you have to pay to get to 13%, because that's really the real cost, okay? And the drugs, Chantix, Zyban are the two most popular. There are others, okay? 30-day supply is $471, national average, okay? Hypnotherapy is on average about $125, okay? So the average hypnotherapist charges, okay? Now, this is not how we compare prices. This is how they price it. How we compare prices is this. We look at how long does it take to get to placebo to 13%, and how much do each one of these cost. That's the real price, and that's how you actually compare these, okay? So let's do the math. Let's go through them, okay? The drugs, $471, okay? The drugs, on average, okay, to get to placebo, takes 6 months. That's $2,826. It's basically $3,000, okay? It's essentially what we're saying is, we're saying $3,000. $3,000 to get to placebo, okay? Until that point, the success rate is below placebo, Okay. Cognitive behavioral therapy, counseling. Okay. On average, counseling is 16 weeks. Okay. 16 sessions. Okay. 16 sessions. Okay. You can do the math. 16 sessions is, I wrote it down here for us, it's $1,920. $1,920. Okay. Or $2,000. Okay. To quit. All right. Let's do nicotine replacement therapy. This is going to blow your mind. Okay. It takes 6 months. Okay. 6 months. Okay, do the math. 6 months at $300 is what? It's $300 a month, right? 3 times 6 is 1228. It's $3,000. Okay, you can do it. It's not hard. It's 4,800, whatever. It's $5,000. Okay, so it's kind of that 3 to 5K range. Okay, depending upon whether you're doing the gum or the patch. Okay, so now we're starting to get some comparisons here. Okay, we're going to spend $2,000. We're going to spend $3,000. We're going to spend $5,000 to quit smoking. Okay, hypnotherapy on average takes 6 sessions. Right, $750. Okay, this is the price for any of these models to get to placebo. Okay, which means basically what are you going to pay to quit smoking? This is what you're going to pay. Okay, you're going to pay if you do the drugs. You're going to end up paying $3,000. If you're doing counseling, okay, you're going to pay $2,000. If you're doing nicotine replacement therapy, you're going to pay around $5,000. Okay, if you're doing hypnotherapy, you're going to pay $750. Okay, you got it? Here's what you need to know. The important thing is it's not the best idea to make your decision based on price. Okay? Because it's not a commodity. Everybody's brain is wired differently. You have to figure out what is best for you. Okay? Hypnotherapy has the highest success rate, but it's not for everybody. Okay? The drugs aren't for everybody. Some people have terrible side effects on them. The therapy, the counseling, a lot of people don't really want to dig into their relationship with their mother to figure out why they smoke. Okay, it's not for everybody. Okay, so it's really about figuring out what works best for you and choosing that model. So I'm not advocating that you should do hypnotherapy because it just happens to be the cheapest. It also happens to be the most effective, but that doesn't mean everybody should do it. Okay. And because I know I'm going to get a million questions about what do I charge and what do I do, I'll just tell you really quickly. I basically do hypnotherapy, something called EFT, and neurolinguistic programming. I'm not just a hypnotist. I don't just use one model. I use multiple models. And the reason why is our brains are very complex. And if I only do hypnotherapy, I'm only dealing with your unconscious mind. I'm only dealing with one part of you. I have to deal with how we create an identity as a smoker. I've also got to deal with your conscious mind because we have conscious beliefs about quitting smoking. And sometimes those beliefs get in the way. So I've got to deal with those as well. Okay. So what's different about me, unique, is I put it all together, right? I do not attack smoking from a single model. I attack it from multiple models. And that's why I have a 95% success rate. It's also why I offer a lifetime guarantee, right? That means in my model, if you ever have a single drag, draw, or puff of a cigarette again for the rest of your life, you get right back into my program for free, no charge. The drug companies aren't going to offer you that, okay? The Nicoderm, which are owned by pharmaceuticals, they're not going to offer you that, okay? And most traditional hypnotherapists aren't going to offer you that either. They just say, I charge by the session. You say, how many sessions? And they say, I don't know, 6, 12. So what's it going to cost you? I don't know. It might cost you $600. Might cost you $1,200, right? Depends on their skills as a practitioner. So I don't do that. I just charge for the change. I give you a guarantee you will quit smoking. I charge $497, and that's it. One-time fee. I guarantee it for life. If you ever take a single drag, draw, or puff of a cigarette again, you're right back into my program for free. Okay? So I still would love it if you send me emails with questions, but I just thought I'd head that one off at the pass. Okay, so just to summarize, and this is all this video is just about, the real cost of quitting smoking. And the first thing I want to say before we go over this is, if you think it's cheaper to continue smoking, you are so wrong. The average smoker pays $5,000 a year to smoke. And if you actually think that, well, you probably just want to smoke, so just keep smoking anyways, right? And enjoy it. You might as well enjoy it if you're gonna be that way. And that's not what we're about. We're about quitting. Okay, so here we go. Just gonna summarize this for you. Hypnotherapy is by far the most successful. Let me get that glare out of the way there. This is why we're building the new studio. Hypnotherapy is by far the cheapest, most effective way with the highest success rate. You can watch my previous videos to quit smoking, $750. But not for everybody. Okay, nicotine replacement therapies. Okay, around $3 to $5 grand, depending on which one your gum or patch. Going to counseling, cognitive behavioral therapy, around $2 grand. The drugs, around $3 grand. That's Chantix and Zyban. They're not the same price. It's around $3 grand to quit smoking. Okay, choose the one that works best for you. Last thing. Just want to thank all the people that have sent us emails and direct message me and given us feedback about topics. We're now up to 120 different topics and suggestions that people want us to create videos for. Okay, that's all coming down the pipe. We're going to shorten these videos up. We're going to make them more practical. We're going to make the experience, the online experience watching, a little bit easier by having a full whiteboard behind me, so I can really model out practical methods for quitting smoking to help you quit smoking for the rest of your life, which is what this is all about. Please, if you don't follow me on my other social media channels, please do, because not all social media channels are the same. Okay, I put different content on them because some media channels are more conducive to shorter videos. Some, like YouTube, are conducive to the longer videos. So if you like my content, you want to see more of it, go connect to me on YouTube. I will put in the bottom here all the links to, you're already on my Facebook if you're watching this on Facebook, but I record this and I post it in YouTube and other channels. I'll put my Facebook, I'll put my YouTube, I'll put my Instagram. I'm going to put it all below, all the different ways that you can consume my content. So please, please like it and share it. Especially if you quit smoking from watching these videos, like and share. That's a way that you can add value back to me. Like and share my videos. I would love it so much. And provide me feedback. If you want to talk to me personally, okay, go on to my website. You can book a 30-minute free phone consultation. Okay, lots of people, they just Facebook try and FaceTime me. Okay, I don't answer those calls because you wouldn't believe the number of people that call me in a day, right? Okay, I just can't. But I would love to talk to each and every one of you. Just book yourself into my calendar right off my Facebook, right off my website. Okay, tedbradley.ca, because I'm live in Canada half the time. I live in Arkansas half the time. But the best way is on my .ca website, tedbradley.ca. I'll post in the link below for you, okay? Go book yourself in. Download my free ebook. Watch all my free content. Thank you so much for watching. Bless you and have a blessed day.